All right, and just looking at data that's coming in terms of foreign investors who have remained net sellers for 36 consecutive sessions, the FIIs have offloaded shares worth 3,412 crore rupees today, whereas their domestic counterparts have mopped up shares worth 2,784 crore rupees. Let's also now move on and take a look at some global market action. And Wall Street has tumbled at open as investors have fled to safety amid rising geopolitical tensions between Ukraine and Russia. European markets also sliding, trading around a 3-month low as concerns over Russia have reared their head once again. Let's in fact get a sense of how the geopolitical tensions could affect markets. We are joined by Santosh Rao. He's the head of research and partner at Manhattan Venture. He joins us live from New York. Good evening, Santosh. Thank you very much for taking out the time to be with us. What's your sense of what's happening to the markets? Well, US markets, of course, seem to have tumbled at start. And if you look at the Indian stock markets as well, they did seem to give quite a bit of their gains up towards the end, right as this news of these strikes came in.
Yes. Good morning. Well, I think there was it was a surprise, no question about it. I think there's a flight to safety going on, as you see from the yields coming down. So there's definitely some money moving out to some safety areas. But I think this thing is going to de-escalate. US has already come out with a statement saying that they are not going to respond and escalate on their part. So that's not going to happen. So I think this is something that was on the cards, not totally unexpected. Things are escalating there. Temperatures need to cool down a little bit. And I think that's President Trump's agenda to kind of cool the atmosphere there, cool the temperature there. So I think things will cool down. This incident by itself, the nuclear doctrine change that President Putin has put together, I think that is going to be a non-issue at this point because both sides don't want to escalate the situation too much. So, but other than that, I think the market is a lot of cross currents going on. The U.S. economy still remains very strong. Fundamentals still stay good, but I think there's a little bit of digestion going on. It's shot up quite a bit after the election, so that's coming down a little bit. You're going to see a lot of back and forth, at least till he takes over and institutes his agenda. But at this point, a lot of cross currents. Nothing unusual. This is in line with what you expect when something big geopolitical event happens, such as this one. There is a little bit of flight to safety going on, but nothing really very disruptive.
Flight to safety, gold futures climbed about nearly 1%. So, a lot of investors now looking that way. But do you think, a bit of what's playing out in the markets is also because markets have been anxious over who Donald Trump picks in his cabinet? They've been very watchful this past week.
Yeah, I think the big one is going to be the Treasury, who heads the Treasury Department, and the field has widened. There are some favorites. So let's see who comes in. All of them are great, very good players. All of them are very good. They'll make very good Treasury secretaries. So, but we'll have to wait and see which way he wants to go. They all have to follow his agenda. They have to agree to his agenda. So let's see where that goes. But I think that's the biggest position that needs to be filled. The others are more kind of political and this and that. They have different aspects. They all have to be confirmed. I think except for one or two, I would say the Treasury Department, the Justice Department and maybe the Health Department. That may be controversial, but even the Defense Department, head of Defense Secretary, I think that also is questionable, but they're all very qualified people in their own way. They got selected from their own constituencies. So now it's the ethics issues and all the other issues that need to play out. So those are the three things that are out there. I don't think Trump wants to derail his mandate and his momentum that he has. So I'm sure he's going to be careful about that. I mean, there is disruption. He came on the disruption mantra, but I think there is a limit to that as well. He doesn't want to disrupt it so much that his whole plan gets disrupted. He wants the stock market to do well. He wants the economy to do well. So he's not going to derail it by making any appointments that are totally contrary to what people think is very conducive to the economy. So I think things are going on. Still the early stages. We still have December to go through and early January. So there's still time for the actual confirmation to happen. But he's on the right course. He's starting off early, filling the positions fast. So I think people on day one he can hit the ground running. That's his plan.